Oh, fuck. Why do I punish myself like this? Hello, everybody, this is King Dickpin. We're playing Forest Fortress by Flaming Firefly. This is a new game that was on sale that I bought. Actually, I don't know when this game came out, but fuck it, we're playing it. I want to find out when it came out. Hang on. April of last year. April of goddamn last year. So it's not a new game. I lied. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get straight into it. The sun begins changing its color into a purple hue, making its way through the leafage to end of it. We're off to a great start already. Making its way through the leafage of enchanted trees. Red trees. They make me concerned. I wonder if I'll be able to find what I'm looking for. I don't want to be the poor guy lost in the forest forever. In the corner of my eye, I noticed some movement in bushes. A hare or a bird? Is it Superman? It was Dale! Ah, damn this forest. No, I'm Dale. Fuck, sorry. While I was staring at the color of the surrounding trees, a black vine twined around my leg and began dragging me towards the bush. I tried to free my leg out of the tentaclous grip of the ivy. My leg stung from the vine's relentless grasp. I won't die here this easily, damn it. Oh, I'm a fighter, it seems. Dale's a fighter. Let's all give a round of applause for fucking Dale. Panic seizes my soul, making me fight the plant desperately to no avail. You're funny. If you don't want to die, then why do you come here, human? Oh, who said that? I guess I'll never know. The distant voice echoed from somewhere above my head. Don't move. The more you struggle, the easier it gets you. It won't work, help me! While I was trying to get out of the black thorny ivy, a second vine stretched out from my right leg. I fell, unable to struggle free from its grasp. The vine's slithering movements quickened as wrapped around my body. Whoever you are, help me, please! There is the sound of a weary sigh followed by a light impact of someone landing on the ground behind me. Oh, you humans always cause problems. Sorry! I looked back and saw a slender redhead girl. Hello! Who had squirrel ears and a tail. She has a lot more than just squirrel ears and a goddamn tail, trust me. She passed by me and headed towards the place where the black vine came from. Isn't she scared? In one fluid movement! The beast girl grabbed the plant at its base and tore it out by the roots. The ivy that twined around my legs came soft and loosened its grip. Who are you? I'm your savior. Isn't that obvious? I believe this is the part where you say thank you. The squirrel The squirrel girl gave a hum of disapproval and kicked the ivy as it crawled away. Thank you. She turned towards me and looked closely. Oh, squirrel girl. I looked again at the ivy that intended to kill me. Getting a sample might be useful. Trying to ignore the way Miss Squirrel looked at me, I took my blade out. Oh, slow down there, Dale. She doesn't need to... Oh, blade, like a knife, out from the sack hanging on my belt. Next time I should keep it closer so I'm able to protect myself. Agreed. The squirrel girl hummed again in disapproval, looking at me like I was a lost child. What did a frail human like you forget in our forest? This is a dangerous place, especially for your kind. That's racist! I am not frail. I just didn't expect the vine to try and kill me. Sure, you haven't answered. Why are you here? The mysterious creature cocked her head and scratched her nose, never breaking her gaze. Her emerald green eyes burned with a wild intensity. I'm searching for my brother and for some herbs to make some medicine. Is it worth risking your life? My brother is lost somewhere in here in these woods, and our people are sick and suffering. I have to do this, and I'm not risking my life. I'm tougher than you think. You're weak, and sooner or later you will die here. Even if you're lucky enough to live more than a couple of days, you cannot escape the corruption. What? What are you talking about, crazy squirrel lady? I don't have time for this. I must leave. Go. As the squirrel girl turns to leave, she slows and then stops. Her ears drooped as if a weight was suddenly pressing down upon her. All this is happening because of the dryads. They have infested our forest, corrupting life here. Slowly the plants and creatures lose their true forms, change, becoming dark, unnatural things. You should leave and never come back. If I leave, I won't be able to see your sweet little face again, squirrel girl. Lose their true forms. Maybe this corruption is the illness that spread to my brother's village. I doubt it. It didn't leave the borders of this forest. Black sores all over the body, violet skin and red eyes. The girl's ear twitches. What? This is the illness, and I have to do something about it. Please help me find the cure. It has to be somewhere in this forest. You want too much, human. You are very unlucky because there is no medicine for you. You can only help to leave this forest. Oh fuck, suddenly the girl froze and, having closed her eyes, pricked up her ears. You better hurry, they will come soon. I looked back, but I didn't notice anything. There is no time to explain, let's go. She took my hand and pulled me in the direction of the setting sun. Her pace was quicker than before. I can go on my own, but first I have to find the cure. Fool! Even if it exists, will it be enough for a crowd of stupid people? Okay, but I'll be back tomorrow. I cannot help but find the medicine. I must do it. It is more likely you'll find more trouble for yourself, human. It's too late. They are here already. Oh shit! She let out a deep sigh, then turned and quickly stretched out her arm in my direction. I felt her fingers being forced into my mouth. What?! I felt her fingers being forced into my mouth. What are you doing? Saving you again. I hope this not works, so I hope this not works so I won't have to see the death of the stupid human here in my forest. Good luck, and remember, dryads are dangerous. Squirrel girl! Let's go back to the way it was with your fingers in my mouth and me with a confused direction. Squirrel girl, come back! She jumped into the adjacent tree and hopped away from branch to branch with superhuman speed. Superhuman speed, sorry, not stupid human speed. Fuck! I watched as she disappeared into the canopy above. As soon as she was gone, I began to feel the air change. The shadows became dense and scarlet sparks began appearing out of the darkness. What the hell is going on here? That's like the story of my fucking life. One of the shimmering sparks floated closer to me. I slowly stepped back. Dun 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 dun! And I fell asleep. It felt like the right thing to do. I got my foot caught on a root, and, having lost my balance, I fell onto the grass. What a dumb shit you are! Fucking hell! The scarlet spark flew towards me and touched my forehead. Intense burning pain seared into my head, as if by a fire poker. Pass out again. Hello to you too! Is this a cave? Glowing trees? Elanus? Scarlet sparks? What the fuck is going on? Unknown burning writings and faintly glowing water illuminating a cave. I'm lying on something cold. Is it a stone? Having skewed my eyes, I noticed that it was a stone. It was unnaturally flat and covered with leaves that looked like the ones that I saw in the air. Hello, a woman's silhouette appeared out of the darkness. The lights illuminated her near-naked body, covered with nature's lianas and flowers. Is she a dryad? Her eyes. She approached me. Her skin was an olive-like hue, which I now felt a temptation to touch. It was then I noticed my arms and legs were restrained. I tried to let out my protest, but only to find that I was gagged as well. Upon realization of the situation, it seemed like I was part of some sectarian ritual, like a sacrifice upon a stone. Fuck, I don't want to die! The game just started! Her face inched closer, her eyes a deep wine red. Suddenly I felt her lips press against mine. Score! A sudden pain shot through my body, and the world faded into blackness. No, it did not. When I regained consciousness, her fair face is the first thing I see. There is a certain stark beauty to her, unlike anything I've seen before. I try to open my mouth to speak, but no words come out. All I can do is make hoarse noises with my throat. The squirrel's warning echoed through my mind in that moment about dryads. Cold, frozen talons seize my heart and make it skip a beat. The scarlet sparks! I must not let the scarlet sparks touch me again. If they do, then I force the thought away as fast as I can. Desperately, I try to escape, force my body to start moving. My limbs feel frigid and lifeless. No matter how much I struggle to move them, all I can do is weakly writhe against the cold stone. It is unlike any weariness I've felt before. It's as if I am a mere stone away from the grave. Am I under a spell? Has she trapped me here with some bewitchment? If she has, then that can only mean that I am done for. Her vivid eyes peer deeply into mine. As much as I wish to, I cannot turn away from her gaze. She doesn't seem like the dryad from before, but she was still a dryad. What is she going to do to me? Am I going to die? Am I going to be sacrificed? If she is truly a dryad, then what terrible things must she be capable of? All I can do is uselessly tremble in her presence. There is no way for me to escape. With deliberate slowness, she reaches out to me with both arms. Remembering the scarlet sparks and the terrible pain they brought me, I redouble my efforts to wriggle away, but it still proves an act of futility. The only thing I can do is move my head side to side as she reaches for my face. Gently, she caresses my cheek. My muscles tense in anticipation of pain, yet it doesn't come. Bit by bit, I begin to relax beneath her touch. Her hands run along the side of my body, her fingers feeling so warm against my clammy skin. My heart beats faster as she comes closer still. A series of conflicting emotions run through me at once. Fear, lust, resignation, rage inside of me, all yearning to be voiced. Despite myself, I desire to feel her olive skin against mine works its way through my consciousness. If I must die, then at least I could pass into oblivion peacefully with her at my side. The ground underneath me feels even more icy than before. The last of my strength must be spent. Slowly my eyes close and a terrible feeling of hopelessness crawls over me. Without any more struggle, I sink into dark, troubled dreams. Forever! Everything goes at once faded into darkness as I floated into sleep. What are you doing in my house, human? I felt a cold hand touching my cheek. Do you remember how you got here? You look so weak. Are you sick? Oh, you're not the girl from before. Opening my eyes, I saw a green-skinned girl with horns who was bending over me. Visions of last night's encounter shot through my head. I shuddered and sprang back from her hand. She took her hand off me, surprised, not insisting on further contact. That sounds like something out of a police report. Not insisting on further contact. I raised myself a bit. It seems to me that this stone was in my dream. However, the environment is quite different. The aura doesn't make me shrink from fear. On the contrary, it fills my soul with peace. I tried to stand up but failed. I felt so lightheaded that I had to sit down again on the stone. The woodland girl, she keeps staring at me. Her body is only slightly covered with lianas and glittered with dew. What's with this porno music from the 80s? I could hardly take my eyes off of her half-naked body. Settle down, son, and show a little respect. Is this the dryad the squirrel girl mentioned, the creature I shouldn't trust? Are you a dryad? How did I get here? What did you do to me? I clenched my hand into a fist and abruptly rose from the stone. The horn girl stepped back, surprised at such aggression. What? You're the one who came here. I've never seen you before. A likely story. She let her head down and began twirling her hair with her fingers. Why have you disrupted my peace? What are you doing in my sanctuary? The trees should have protected me from strangers. Did I scare her? Was the stuff that happened that night only a dream? It was so creepy and realistic, but her reaction doesn't seem to be a lie. I lowered my fist and scratched the back of my head with my other hand. I'm sorry. I'm very surprised to be here myself. I don't clearly remember how yesterday ended. I only remember black vines and scarlet sparks in the air. The dryad tilted her head to the side as if she was trying to decide whether she should believe me or not. I don't know what you're talking about. However, I don't sense evil from you. You look exhausted. Do you want me to bring you something to eat? Yes, fucking please! My stomach growled, reminding me that I haven't eaten anything since yesterday morning. I'll appreciate it. Dryad smiled back at me and turns to the passageway of the cave, planning to leave. By the way, what's your name? My name is Dale! She seemed surprised at my question. Others call me... She paused, as if to find her next word. Ollie? 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 Is that how you say it? I'm guessing so. What a beautiful name. Why such a long pause? I want to know that too, because I think that's an alias. Her head lowered a little as if the question hit her ears. I am not sure I can trust you with my full name. It's dangerous. Dangerous? Your name is dangerous? That's weird, Ollie. Many may use the power of a name, even in our peaceful forests. I don't know what you mean. I don't have such power. Maybe you don't, but you may tell someone else. So please, human, call me by my short name. Better known as a nickname, but that's okay. Who am I to split hairs? Okay, if it means that much to you, whatever. Ollie silently left for another part of the cave. Is it really a cave? I feel my head spin again, so I had to sit down on the stone once more. The walls looked surprisingly strange. Despite all of their uneven surfaces, it was covered with cracks. I wonder how the droid managed to get such a crypt-like cave to live in. She also mentioned that it was her sanctuary. Well, you know what? I think this is a good place to stop at this point here. This has been King Dickpin playing some Forest Fortress. Thank you all for watching. Not that I really care. Goodbye.